Last July, we had the pleasure of having a discussion with our guest as he embarked on his campaign journey for mayor of North Charleston. Today, we are honored to welcome him back as the newly appointed mayor, Reggie Burgess. Reggie, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a blessing to be here.
Yeah. So being born in North Charleston, born and raised, how does it feel now to be the leader of this city that you hold so dear?
I'm blessed that the citizens voted for me, but I guess I feel just like they are. Yeah. When you come up through North Charleston, everything, every day, it's like a family event. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter what community you visit or whoever you're around. When you're a North Charleston kid, I mean, doesn't matter where you're at, you're home. Yeah. And I just feel like I'm home. Right now I'm just doing something different, mm-hmm. but I am home. I'm home.
And now you have been, a leader in the community for quite a while. And when we talk about North Charleston, we have seen a steady decrease in the crime rates. And with your experience in law enforcement and as the chief of police, how do you plan to leverage that to continue on this decrease of the crime rates?
When I became chief of police in 2018, Taylor, I actually looked at the internal components in our department. Yeah. How can we improve ourselves internally? Because you can't really do anything or be effective if you don't fix yourself up inside. Yeah. So we worked on ourselves. We actually asked for a racial bias audit, so that way when we finish working in the internals, then we can actually have a component that tells us how we work in our community. So now we have a balance, internally and externally. We put those things together, we realize what our weaknesses are, and then we look at all the things that we're doing good. And that's why you saw, Mike became chief in 2018, 19 and 20, we worked on the community engagements. We worked on being true public servants. We worked on crime with the community. We call it collective efficacy. When the government and people get together, they help to actually change the antisocial behaviors in communities. So we didn't get those numbers in 18, 19, and 20, but because of the work that we put in with our community, the numbers started to drop because of that relationship. So that's what I want to do. I want to continue to work in our community.
When you think of crime, you think about the action,
yes.
But it really is, it's much deeper than that. Much deeper. And
yes,
so I would like for you to expand on the continuing the community engagement and also remind us about this Stop Violence Walk.
We need to have, especially in our challenged neighborhoods, we need to have tutoring from Monday through Friday. And while you have tutoring, have mentoring, and then have the families to be involved with the programs. Because everything that you do in your tutor and everything you do with while you're mentoring, it will go away if the families are not a part of it. So in other words, we have to change gears. We have to shift gears right now as a government and start working on the family component. We have to work on the family component. If we can change that household, then the household becomes better. That street becomes better, that neighborhood becomes better, the city becomes better, and the state becomes better. But we have to think about the home, the family component, and that's what I'm trying to do within the government. Have wraparound services. It's just as well as homeless. Our veterans are homeless. We have homeless people. I like to have a place in North Charleston so we can place the folks there so we can take care of them. But when we do that, we have to have wraparound services, social emotional. We have to have trauma lessons. We have to show them how to manage their monies when they get checks. We have to help build them. And when they get better, when they go out, from that facility, we still have to continue those wraparound services with them because at any time they can slip and fall and go back to the environment. So that's what I'm trying to do, Taylor. Yeah. Just look at it holistically.
Yeah. We have to take a short break, but in 2 minutes we are back with more from North Charleston Mayor Reggie Burgess. I would like you to expand on the work that you're doing with the Charleston County School District.
Yes,
what you mentioned before, that's this new commission, right?
Yes,
it was launched last month.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk about that a little bit more in depth?
Yes, ma'am. The Liberty Hill enrichment program, which is on Liberty Hill, and the Beyond Our Walls is in South Allen. Those programs are award-winning programs. They are best practices. So we don't have to go out to other areas to get best practices. We have it right here. So what that program does, the Liberty Hill program, when the children are out of school, the elementary kids and middle schools, they don't even go, they never go home. They go straight to the community center. Oh, wow. And they're tutored. Yeah. And then once they're tutored, get their homework together, lessons, everything they learn, they take a break and then mentor. I mentor there every Monday.
Oh, really?
So you have to talk to these young kids and explain to them about, situations, but you have to listen to them and give them the best advice. Because if you have a young kid saying he's being bullied and you just ignore it, then he'll keep getting, being bullied, and then next thing you know, he's going to act out and he's going to get physical. And then now he's in trouble, and he was the true victim. So those things happen, and when in that program, the parents are part of the program. So when the parents are part of it, you have mentoring, have tutoring. You can actually take a young person and change their lives. Academic Magnet School of Arts kids, they do a lot of tutoring, and those kids, or anybody is willing to step up. It works with education. If we can help them to better themselves in education, then they'll better themselves as a person. Because education is possession that no man can be robbed of. When you're educated, nobody can take that from you. And you feel better about yourself, then you would think less about doing things wrong.
Absolutely. And now, going on that, your family and faith seem to be a very important part of your life. And I have to ask you, how do you balance that with the responsibilities now of being mayor of North Charleston?
Well, I'm a God-fearing young man, and I love the Lord Jesus, and I've always have, and I will for the rest of my life. I know what the Lord tells me to do. And my family, they're the core. My wife, my kids, my mother, my brothers, my sisters, my uncles, they are core people in my life, because why? When I was a young kid, they were the ones who actually taught me right from wrong. And when I became a young man, I met my wife. We were dating since 1983, since juniors in high school, at Barnesville and North Charleston High School. So we came up together. She went to college, I went to college, we came home, and we got our family together. So I have a like-minded mate. And my children, oh my goodness, that's my blood. And what I see in my children is what I saw in me and their mother. And my extended family, they are very supportive, but they're willing to tell Reggie sometimes what Reggie doesn't want to hear. And see, that's what a family's supposed to do. It's supposed to help lead and guide you. So I mean, that's what it's all about me. Is my faith, my family, and my community. That's it.
So, in addition to those, what do you think are the biggest challenges and opportunities facing North Charleston right now, and how do you plan to address them? Well,
of course, our challenges what we're looking at is attainable housing. The prices of renting places have skyrocketed. The food prices are high. So everybody is struggling, but we have to take a look at the folks that live in North Charleston. If they cannot afford to live in North Charleston, then they're gonna go someplace else. And most of the people that live in North Charleston have been here for decades. They've been here for years. And we want to keep them here in North Charleston, especially the folks that want to live here. So we have to find innovative ways to help them to get attainable housing. Also help them with child care. That's why I was saying to you, that program that we're trying to put together, that's helping them with child care, because now I can leave my child at the after school program, not just to be babysitted, but to learn. See what I'm saying? Learn about, themselves and the right things to do. And then we have to also look at, as a government, are we really truly being our brother's keepers? Every day I think about how I can help the city of North Charleston. And that's what I want every employee to think. Every day, I want them to think, how can I help North Charleston? We say, we're the best place to live, work, and play. I believe it, but we have to act on it. We have to always, every day, think about how we can make North Charleston either good as the rest or better than the best.
Absolutely, Mayor Burgess. Well, the future of North Charleston is just looking very, very bright. And congratulations again, and thank you so much for joining us today.
God bless you, Taylor. God bless you.
We're back after this.